Today is Monday, 26 or 27 of April 2026. And I would like to continue my story, but I think I need to go backwards a little bit because where my transformation journey started and why suddenly I get into spirituality, which it wasn't my plan at all. And I think most of the people who haven't been really in religion or spirituality, they are pushed into it. And how it happened with me, it was I started to question many things in my life, and then the Vedic astrology came into my life, and it was the starting point of Ketu period, which means past life memories, past life karma, and this period goes for 7 years. There are like big periods in your life, like long. The Ketu period is for 7 years, and then there are these sub periods which are shorter. For example, if you have Venus period in your life, it's for 21 year or 20, and then there is also Venus Ketu period for shorter time of period, for a year or for 1.5 year only. But yeah, what happened with me in 2022, the 2nd of February, so 2 in total is 10 and it's 1 when we sum all the numbers. I went for a ski vacation with my family, and I have been skiing for a quite long time, since I'm 14 years old or something. And I ski quite good, and I never really felt on the mountain, or I see what's going on around me, and I'm aware of other people and speed and the condition of the snow and stuff like that. So I feel that this also something from my past life experiences, which I have been doing this not only this lifetime. So I find myself very confident by skiing. And what happened? In the edge of the mountain, suddenly, I don't know how come, but I started to ski. Oh my God, there's a bird. I started to ski from the top, and I just did like 1, 2, 3, and on the third, when you lift the skis, like this, I felt like somebody just took me down like this. And I just fell down. The speed wasn't that high. I fell down and my left shoulder went out from the place. In that moment, my first thought was, oh my God, I hope it's not broken. But I got the shock, I felt like, oh my God, it's hurting so much. I can't really, move up like this. I can feel that it's just hanging here. And then I look up to the mountain, and it was like, I don't know, 100 meters maybe less, 50 meters from the top. So I woke up, I stood up, and I started to walk up first of all, I remember I felt like, oh my God, how do I look now? Everybody's watching me. I felt like a loser. I never felt, and then the moment you fell, it's like, oh my God, it's so annoying, the feeling. The next feeling was, oh my God, I hope it's not broken, And then I started to walk up, and I remember there was my little sister with me. She's 8 years younger than me, and she followed me, or she was already down, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, she saw me that I felt. So when I walked up, there was other people around and asked me what's going on and stuff like that, and I just remember that I started to cry, and I said I need some help. And then the emergency came with a helicopter, and they took me to the hospital, and they put the shoulder back to the place, and all was good. I also had the insurance, so it was all fully paid back. But it wasn't about it wasn't just an accident of like usual accident. Oh, it just happens. For me, it was a awakening call like this, which changed my perspective about how do I live my life, what do I really want. I started to question these questions because I was in the point in my life where I understood that I have finished my studies. I studied in Denmark, I studied in France, I studied in Indonesia, I studied in Latvia and then Denmark. None of these studies fulfilled me. None of these teachings excite me. It was like I was sitting there and I was like, okay, and this is all about. And I couldn't find my courage to really apply for work in like companies where you can get well-paid jobs and stuff like that. I wasn't interested at all. I didn't send any CVs after I finished my university. I just couldn't do it because I knew that I'm not gonna do anything what I'm not interested to. And then I did because of this beautiful dog. When I finished my university in Denmark, I thought, I want to do my business. Okay, let's do business. I have so much knowledge. I know how it works, but what kind of business do I want? I had no idea. But first, if you wanna even open a company or something, you need some resources, right? So I was thinking, I need to first of all have a capital for my company, whatever it will be. I thought it's gonna come. Anyways, first I need money. That was my mindset back then. And then what I was thinking, dogs are in good price in Denmark, and I had this beautiful taxi, and she was in that moment she got her period, and I was thinking, yeah, he can have a puppies, and from that money I will have my first money for opening the company. And probably I was thinking about some food trucks or something like that in Copenhagen, in the old city, or to make some floristic stuff, which I really love to do as well, with hands and stuff like that. And what happened? So she got pregnant, and there was only one puppy, and in the moment the puppy came out from her womb, it was dead. In the same moment came out and it was dead. And I was like, okay, no business. There is no business. We were so, yeah, it was very hard for both of us. But then my mom told me, well, don't worry, there are many dogs in the world, and we can find families who has puppies, and if they want to cooperate with us, we can help them to sell them. I was like, oh wow, that's a good idea. So that's what we did. That's what I did. But this all happened before my shoulder went out from the place. So that after I was selling puppies, buying and selling like a middleman, you know, there are many middlemen in the world, so that was exactly the business model that most people are working nowadays. You know, they are just taking some middleman percentage, let's say, in that way, and make money of it. And it doesn't matter how much you put on it, you know. What matters if you have the demand or no. And we had it because that was the COVID time, and there was like a increase for puppies in COVID time for 50% in total in these times. So it was good time. It was really also challenging for me. It was very interesting for me. I learned a lot about puppies. I learned a lot about people again. It doesn't matter what you sell, shoes or puppies, you know. People don't change. That is also another eye-opening for me, or level of opening my eyes wider, like what's going on in business market, also regarding dogs. So I got these insights, and I found myself that I'm not interested to do that anymore, because the COVID finished, and I felt myself that, okay, this is something which I know already what is it, and I'm not interested to continue to do this thing. And I started to question myself, and then what happened? My shoulder went out from the place, and that also helped me to stop this. And I was in the bed, or without my really using my right hand for a month or two. So then the Vedic astrology came to my reality, and then breathwork came to my life as well, where I was also looking for deeper answers. As okay, this is science about time, the Vedic astrology, so I can see what's going on, what is my personality, what are my shadow sides, what are my purpose, like where I am headed in this lifetime, what are my talents, blah blah blah. But still I couldn't find out, okay, I don't want to be a astrologer, I don't want to read maps for other people or something. I was still searching for love, like most of the people. We all are looking for love, for this fulfillment within us, first of all. But I had no idea that that's the point, first of all. So I was always looking around myself, like, where is my love? Where is my partner? Who is gonna marry me? And back then, I was in very, very toxic relationship. I finished the toxic relationship, but still, these kind of dynamics between my ex-boyfriend came back and forth, and I couldn't understand what is this, you know, why I cannot just put my boundaries, I'm done, and I'm going my way. But then I understood there is something deeper I need to cover up first, and then the breathwork came to my life. Also, just scrolling Facebook, or I was like looking something, and then there was a video of Jānis Bruns. He's a breathwork teacher from Latvia, and he had some video about some very nice example of buying insurance, how our mindset, if we think that we need the insurance, or we think that we don't need insurance because I'm good driver, so I will not buy it, and then some accident actually happens because that's your ego actually who said that you don't need it, but actually the life shows you probably you need it because you are you are too hype. But like in general, that message he gave on that video was more about subconscious mind, that it doesn't matter what you are thinking here, if your programming from inside is different than you are acting, then the situations will show you that there is something more within you that need to be released or acknowledged in order to have the life you are wishing for. So in that moment something clicked on me, and I was like, okay, so that is about subconscious mind. Okay, that is something, but I don't have no clue about it, and I want to research more. So he had one transformation course, another one, and then he also offered a rebreathing breathwork facilitator course, which means that you can also facilitate for others. And then I did the first breathwork session online. After that session, something like clicked on me like this. I was like, oh my God, where I have been before, this is a magic. And after that session, I was so hyped. I couldn't understand what exactly happened with me, but it changed my perspective about a lot of things in the first session already. So what happened afterwards? I did these courses, and he also had like a mentor program which you could he still has it. It's very good, a lot of information which I was just into it. I was just sitting and listening every day until I went through all the videos he has there with his wife, and I took the courses, everything. And then he also, in one mentor talk, every week or every second week, they had the questions and answers with the people, with the community. And what happened? There was some question or something about consciousness and stuff like that, and he said, yeah, and there is one guy from Argentina, his name is Matias De Stefano, he remembers his past lives, blah blah blah, and probably if you are interested in this kind of stuff, you might check it out. I was like, whoa, this sounds really cool. Who is this guy? And then I Google it. The first time I saw his face, I started to cry. I was like, who is this guy? I have to meet him. I don't know what is it, but I was just crying. First thought, oh my God, that's the one. But then I realized that probably he's not a straight guy. I was looking like, is he straight or no? Or because it looked like he's not, so I couldn't find the proper information. But I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. What matters that I feel the connection. I felt my heart space very strongly. I felt that there is something way bigger that I haven't felt it before. And it doesn't matter is he a straight or no. I wanna meet him and see him. So I checked out the internet. What is he doing, blah blah blah, and he was doing some series in Gaia, and I listened them, and I was just amazed about how he gave the information, which for me was the best way to understand, because most of the books I read or most of the people I listen, it's just so boring for me. Then he got my attention fully, and I just said to myself, okay, I hope. And then I checked like where is some events I can go to, and then there was an event I think in Argentina, and I thought, oh my God, that's so far away. I cannot go there at the moment. I couldn't afford it because all my money after the after I finished my business with puppies, I was really putting my money only on my spiritual education, breathwork, books, courses, and still I needed to live in Denmark, in Copenhagen, which also are expenses. So I thought, no, Argentina is too far. I need something closer. And you know what happened? Like in few weeks, he announced that in 2023 there is a initiatic path, and the first place we meet is in Tenerife. I was like, oh my god, this is the place I might go. This is exactly where we're gonna meet. And that's also happened. And the moment I met him, I felt very huge resistance. Like, he saw me at the moment. I thought he saw because I was so happy, I was so boosted up. And I remember when he saw me and I wanted to hug him like this, he was like, who are you? And I couldn't understand why is he like that. And I was like, okay, probably I'm too excited about this. And but you know, I don't think he knew back then what's going on, but now I know exactly what. Also, I don't know exactly what we are doing, but we are very connected. Even small little things what he shares now on internet, it happens with me as well. And sometimes it's like, okay, what is this all about? Why? And that meeting, after that meeting, my life changed forever. It's like I cannot live like just, I have to do exactly what I get. Like, okay, this morning I woke up and I had something in my eye, and exactly yesterday night there was an accusation between Iran and what was the name, the other country, I don't remember now. And this accusation, the portal opening, he shared that he got the download that he will have only one eye now, from now on, but nothing bad happened. He was scared that his eye will get I don't know, that he will get something in his eye, or he gonna lose his eye or something. But it didn't happen. But he lost a glass of the glasses he had. And I was like, oh, funny. I went to sleep, and this morning I wake up and I feel that I have something in my eye and I cannot really open. I can open, but it hurts. There's like a, you know, when you get some sand in the eye, you know the feeling? It's like, oh, it's so annoying. I was like, oh my god, this is connected with him. I don't want to lose my eye. I already called the doctor. They told me like, yeah, just come to the hospital, we will check it out. I just look into it. I was like, no, but there's nothing inside. There's something. What the heck is this? And I was like, okay, I can help myself. I will just lay down. I just lay down. I put my hand on my eye, and I just said, this is nothing about. It's just the confirmation that we are very synchronized. And yeah, after 5 minutes, nothing in my eye. Look, I'm all good. And what else he mentioned, that he lost his key, the car key, while he was doing this accusation there for 4 hours walking. And this exactly happened with me when I was here in Liepāja. You know, every day I have like, I wake up and then I know what to do. Sometimes I don't need to do much, but sometimes I need to also walk, you know. And then like 2 weeks ago, I think, I was walking very, very long way from one side, all the beach, back. Then I go back to the house and I was like, where is my key? I don't have a key. Oh my God, I lost the key. And I thought, okay, I need to go back now. How I will know where, you know? And I just went back all the way. Almost I reached the point where I started. And I was like, wait a bit. I look into my packet and there's a little hole. And then after that hole, because I had a jacket, so there is like another layer of material. So the key was just in that hole. And I was like, okay, what was this about? And what he explained yesterday, that we need to go backwards in order to see what's the future. So now that's why I'm talking about this, because probably this information, what I'm giving it now, also will help you to get some puzzle pieces in your life at the moment. And I will continue, maybe go a little bit deeper. How exactly I got in this point that I started to question myself, because I think most of the people, they are just doing the things because they think that I have no other options. I need to pay for rent, I need to pay for food, all these things, you know. But for me, when I fell down from the mountain, I understood that this wasn't just my, I don't know, it wasn't lack of my professionality, how I ski or something. It was like a bigger, huger force which get me down like this. And it's not even funny if you think about it. All the things, like what happens with your health, everything comes to your life for a reason, to wake you up. And when I understood that this could happen, like I could just die there, you know, or also the eye, you know, I just believe that it's nothing, it's just my thing here. This is some sign for me that, hey Velta, your intuition is stronger than you think. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to finally act as you are, not as other people sees you, which is your projection about yourself. And then I was like, okay, let's talk about this. So yeah, this is my little story, how I started to meet myself, and also how I met Matías De Stefano. And I will also continue a little bit what happened in Tenerife and why I had this push to go there. I already told, because when I saw him first time, I just started to cry. And these feelings, you don't understand them with the mind, but it's just your heart is telling you you might go there. And also how I get there, where the money came from. It all happened like a magic. So that's why also I believe in it, that if it's meant to you, it's gonna happen. So at this moment, I'm still struggling about what I am meant to do now, you know, with all this information, what I have and what I do every day, like, and we are connected. So, but still, I know that this task, what we do now, is something so huge that it's not even possible to describe it. But what I feel doing it now is to just make sense of something, to also help other people who are struggling to leave the work what they do, to leave the relationship what they don't like it, to leave these toxic relationships, toxic work environments, and start to think out of the box. But in order to do that, you have to find yourself, exactly what do you want, what is that excites you, and most importantly, to start to listen to yourself and see the signs around you, feel it. Because if I can heal my eye in 10 minutes, then imagine what else we are capable to do. And it's just one little sample here. I have many other magic moments in my life, but happened since I met Matthias De Stefano. Also before that, but I wasn't that aware of it. And how I started to travel without money. And I did it for almost 3 years. It's like, how it's even possible? Of course, I didn't eat in the best restaurants and stuff like that, but the places where I were was like, wow. And it's not about fancy places, it's about the nature, about the people, about the knowledge I gained, about the everything. It was just so magical and so beautiful. And none of the money can give you these feelings as much as what you have here in your heart and what you believe in. And you know that there is something so beautiful coming in your way that it's worth it to do it. That's what I have it within me now as well. So yeah, this was my message today. And I will continue. Have a great day. Besos!